RWBY Chibi Season 2, Episode 21, Happy Birthday Ween. Now this is actually, it's pretty convenient a little bit that I'm actually having to watch all the episodes for this season on YouTube a week late, because this is actually my birthday weekend, because my birthday was actually on Friday, it's October 6th. So it's kind of funny watching this episode, and it's like RWBY celebrating her birthday, which is supposed to be October 31st, which I never knew. I never knew that. I don't really tend to look up character, fake character birthdays. The only one that I know by heart, which is super nerdy, is Naruto's, because his birthday is once again in October. So I'm going to remember his because it's October 10th, and now I will officially remember RWBY's forever because it's in the same birthday month as well. But this is definitely a good episode. I definitely like the second and third skits more than I like the first one, but I really love the visuals for the first and second skit the most, because the first one is actually like the thumbnail skit with Yang with the knife, because they're doing like the horror theme. But I really like that we do get to see the Spirit Grim kind of come back into play, and he takes over the pumpkin. The funniest thing is that he was baked, but he couldn't be stabbed. I thought that was the funniest thing about that whole first skit, where it's like he gets split, because I thought that was actually going to be the end, where he got stabbed and it's like, oh, and then he got split in half. It's like, not the face. I thought that was going to be the end of the skit, where it was like he got wounded because he was the pumpkin and was split in half. And then he went to the end and he was freaking out that Yang was about to stab him, and I was like, so he could go through, all those degrees of fire, but he can't be stabbed like straight in the face. I guess that was like the only weakness. So I just thought that was really funny, but I love the visuals for that. Like I said, of course, the thumbnail that they used is Yang with the knife, and then the way they do it was like Moonlight, is like, that horror sort of styling on the pie, because he was about to get stabbed and he freaked out. I love the visuals for that, so that's what I like the most about the first skit, and just how silly it was that he was able to get completely baked and turned into a pie, but he could not be stabbed in the face. That was like the one thing that would have completely ruined it. So I just thought that was funny. But second skit, I would probably say it was my favorite, actually, just because of the fact that it was Nora doing a silly face thing, which is always my favorite. Did a whole video on that. For anyone who hasn't seen it, I will put that at the end of this again, because I like just randomly putting that as like an end screen video. But Nora always has the funniest faces, typically in the background, but when she's in the foreground, it's really funny too. And in this, it's her doing like the Evil Witch brew. So she has the big cauldron, and they have her like cackling and stuff. And once again, the visuals, it gets like really crazy, and the colors are green and purple and black and stuff. So I love what they were doing with that. And then Pyrrha and Jean come in, and it's like, hey, what's happening? And she's like, well, making a little love potion with a certain special someone in mind. And so they laugh about it for a second. And then I love the fact that Jean was the one speaking up. And he's like, you're never going to trick Ren into falling for a love potion. And Pyrrha kind of just shuts him up. It's like, all right, cool. We'll just back out because you're insane. So who knows what may or may not happen here. So we'll leave you to it. And then we find out that Ren is actually in the cauldron, basically drowning. Like, he pops up, and that was what made me laugh the most when I first went through the episode. And he pops up, and it's like, he's trying to say like, Nora, I can't breathe, and she just hits him on the head with the hammer, and just like, she has to like shove him down, like she's using a plunger, and it's just like, yep, just get right back down there. She's just laughing about it and kind of swirling him around. So I definitely love the second skit. Just crazy Nora, it's just funny. So that was awesome. And then we get to the final skit, which is the Happy Birthday Ween skit with RWBY celebrating her birthday, which is also on Halloween. And I love the way they did that. Like, the whole way through, I was enjoying that. Like, her waking up in the beginning, she's so excited, she literally just rolls sideways and just hits the ground. And then when she yelled at Weiss, where she's like, do you know, it's October 31st, do you know what that means? And Weiss was about to say Halloween, and I couldn't even tell what RWBY said, honestly, because it was so high-pitched and loud. I was like, I don't even know what she just said. And then I think it was Weiss that was like, your birthday, and he was like, yep. I was like, oh, so that's interesting. And so then we cut to Team Juniper. They're getting candy, and they go, I'm just gonna call him Old Man Shopkeep ever since that Scooby-Doo skit. But he gives them, he tells out the candy and everybody catches it. As soon as they turn around, there's RWBY like, it's my birthday, and everybody has to give up their candy. So I love that. Also, in that, they do like two little callbacks, because Pyrrha actually had the mustache from when her and Nora did the junior detective thing, and then Jean actually had the superhero thing. I forgot what he called himself, but from the superhero sketches that he did before, he had that same costume. So I thought that was a cool little callback there. And then, of course, they have Dr. Oobleck. He had a bunch of candy. It was like, one per person. And then Ruby takes all the candy and leaves her own note, like, it's my birthday. And the way they did the animation, like her hand was like super wavy and going away, I thought that was really funny. And then the ending, where all the girls are like, alright, everybody got their costume. And she's like, I thought you guys would buy mine because, it's my birthday. And Yang gave her a trash costume, which made me laugh so hard when I first saw that. And I was like, that was just a really good joke to me. And they just gave her a trash can and just put trash right on the front, like, you are just absolute trash today. So, love the way they ended that. And, Nora kind of walking past her and just being like, hey, great costume. And then she like throws the cup at her when Ruby falls over, like, please help, it's my birthday. And she just throws the cup like, happy birthday. So I love the way they did that entire final skit. But I still, as much as I laughed, I just still really enjoyed the second one the most. I don't know why, but like whenever it focuses on Nora, it's either that or like the junior detective stuff. Those tend to be like my two favorite things. If it's junior detectives or if it focuses on Nora doing something, those tend to be like my favorite skits. And it's partly because of the characters, but it's so easy to make something hilarious with those three characters. Like when they're together, like I can't even remember if that was this season. I think it was. But when the three of them are together, it's the funniest thing in the universe. When they had like that old junior detective skit and they were like interviewing Nora, and she like came into the room and like flipped into a chair and like bashed her head on the like corner of a table and was just like nothing happened. She just hit her head on the table and I was like, okay, well that was funny. So there's just so much they can always do with those three characters, especially with Nora just in the regular show being basically full chibi like crazy. So it's just always entertaining with them. But really enjoyed this episode. We're getting closer and closer to the season finale. I don't know if the episode that came out this week, on Rooster Teeth is officially the season finale or anything like that. I would assume it's not, just because of RWBY coming out. I mean, they could easily do it if they want, and it's obviously up to them. But I know it premieres like on Sunday, so I don't know if they're going to do it that way, that sort of thing. So maybe it is the season finale. I, of course, don't know. Either way, I'll be watching it next week because I'm not a first member. But we're super, super close, but this is definitely a fun episode. I am excited for the next one, of course, whether it is or is not the Season 2 finale. But we'd love to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. And I would love to know, even though we're probably not going to get too much because the season's going to be ending, I would love to know what seasons you guys would like to see RWBY Chibi kind of tackle and, sort of poke fun at or, kind of incorporate with how some of the characters act. Because I would love to see them do pretty much all the different holidays, big or small. I would love to see them tackle that, but I would love to know which ones you guys would like to see most. For me personally, I would love to see what they do with Christmas, just because they could kind of poke fun with like Weiss and Winter because of how serious they are. They would never truly celebrate it, but everyone else around them would kind of be trying to like force them, like, you guys are the ones who like, you were all white, like your whole thing is like the winter aesthetic, and then they're so prim and proper, they don't really do the whole celebration thing. So I would love to see that just because they could poke fun at it. And they could probably do it in the actual show and it would be really good too, to be totally honest. But as far as comedic purposes, I would love to see them do that just because they could poke fun at the Schnee, family and how like that's their whole aesthetic. But they would never truly celebrate and just have the big bombastic, happy fun time celebration thing. So that's just me personally. But like I said, I would also like to see that in the actual show because I think it could lead to some really cool moments story-wise. But we'd love to know what holidays you guys would like to see them kind of poke fun at or just utilize with the characters. And of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode in general. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.